what are your thoughts on finding that balance and dealing with FOMO and comparing yourself to other people? Have you I mean, I'm sure you've dealt with that in your life. What have you done
Sure.
to kind of, ultimately be happy? Because at the end of the day, money doesn't matter if you're not happy.
No, that's 100% true. I mean, it was kind of cool. I mean, when I was 14, 15, and I was reading like Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant, Think and Grow Rich, and Unlimited Power, I started setting all my goals in like personal, financial, business, all sorts of things. And one of them was to be a millionaire by 25. And so when I sold my one merchant services business at 20, right around 25, that's when, I hit that goal. And then invested it in like the .com stuff and lost it all over the years. And, when you have a lot of kind of like your, like money's the big thing, when you lose it, you're just like, oh man, what am I going to do now? And, how am I going to come back from this? And once you realize it's just a catalyst to help you do better and bigger things, or to help other people, or whatever that may be for you, and it's just a vehicle, then, it kind of takes away that whole emotional thing. Right. And I think was it Wall Street with Michael Douglas and Charlie Sheen, and they, he's like, you can't get emotional and, about money and, but I don't remember the rest of it, but that was kind of the whole thing with it. Yeah. And so, when the stocks were dropping and Charlie Sheen said that back to Michael Douglas, that's what it was, when he came in and undercut him and on the stock deal and everything. But, I think you have to find what it is for you. I mean, obviously over the years, owning the different businesses, I got married and I have 3 kids now and everything else. And, that's the area, that I'm happy helping them and growing our business with my wife and that sort of thing. And so obviously I have monetary goals out there that we target and we hit, with the business and personally and everything else. And it's a lot more now of cool, let's, make whatever, 10 or $20 million. It's like, cool, how can we take and make that money and then continue to reinvest that into other areas? Some people do real estate, some people do crypto, whatever that may be, for you, and reinvesting it to have continued, wealth and, legacy and everything. And I think that's, at least for me, is the big thing, and trying to figure out how to best position that. And, where now when it hits a certain point, it's like, cool, if we don't do anything else, we can always continue to live the current lifestyle based on the income producing areas, whether that's allowing us to go travel whenever we want, allowing us to, not have to worry about, oh shoot, we didn't hit this revenue goal for the month, and how are we going to make payroll as an entrepreneur? Sometimes you do, yeah. and everything. And so that, for me, that's, I think, the big thing. But I think the happiness in God and my family and that sort of thing, and in myself, from a health perspective, is where I kind of try to put my time and energy. And then by doing that, everything else from a financial standpoint grows and does what it needs to do.
Yeah. And, I heard a quote that I've loved, or a couple quotes actually I'll hit you with. One of them is, a healthy man has 1,000 wishes and an unhealthy man has 1. Right. And so, like, until you've ever dealt with anything related to your health, right, you kind of, it's very difficult to have that perspective. Because, like, let's say you lose a business deal, you're feeling terrible and you're like, my life is terrible. I have the worst luck. This is terrible. Right. But then you see, other people who may have, caught a stroke of bad luck and dealing with, some sort of disease or health issues. And all of a sudden you're like, wait, maybe I shouldn't be, so sad about this, and putting things into perspective. And the other quote that I heard recently is actually from Naval Ravikant, who said, every man has 2 lives, and the second life starts when he realizes he only has 1. And I've always loved that quote. It's like, I get chills literally to this day saying it, because, I think so many people go through life thinking that they have forever, right? And all this time.
For sure.
And what people don't realize is that, everyone has a finite amount of time.